Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back with the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers for Season 12 round. We are going to get back into the racing with the Tier 1 drivers. We are here tonight at Deep Forest Raceway in Switzerland. Obviously Iggy McIggerson, he took the win, didn't he? He took the championship last season, so what can he do this season? We've got a few new names I can see on the board as we look down through the board. So H. Salonen, that's a new name to me. I'm not sure if he's new to the Aero League Racing or if he's come up from Tier 2, but we shall find out anyway as the season progresses. CMP, we know CMP by now. He was in the GTR, I think, wasn't he, last season? He had a bit of a shonky season, but he had some decent results as well. Arkan, that's another name that I don't recognise, so maybe another newcomer here for Arkan. Viking Dog, everybody knows Viking Dog by now. Wesley, so I've not seen Wesley before, so maybe another newcomer in Wesley. Owen, we know. Sonic King, obviously, we know. Philip, we know. BX, we know. Capale, we know. CMP, Viking Dog. Giles, I think he made his debut, didn't he, last season? He had a cracking debut as well. Uchiha Bruma, so that's another new name there. And there's Iggy is there, and B. McKenna, Benjamin. So he's back again this season in Tier 1. So we are currently in practice. Qualifying will start shortly. I believe it's 10 minutes quali, isn't it? Or is it 15 minutes quali? And then we have a 10 minutes quali and then a 15-minute sprint race, and followed by the 40-minute endurance, the feature. So hopefully we'll get a few viewers tonight. We've had some returning viewers last season, didn't we? We had a few people coming along and watching, so it'd be nice to get some more viewers this evening. As I say, at the moment we're in practice conditions, so everybody getting a few laps in, trying to get to grips with the rhythm of the track. Owen is this season in the Genesis X. What was Salonen? Hello, Sick Individual, welcome back, mate. Nice to have you on board again. So there's Sick Individual, he's a recurring viewer. Yeah, let's go Iggy and Philip. Are they teammates this season, are they, Iggy and Philip? I think they'll be a team to be reckoned with if that is the case. So yeah, Salonen, he's in the Porsche 911 GT3. We've got Owen in the Genesis X. Arkan is there in the McLaren 650S. We have Wesley in the Lexus. McKenna is in the GTR. We have Sonic in that Peugeot RCZ, which was quite a good car, wasn't it? I think it was Viking Dog. JGL, I think that's Giles there in the chat there. Shout out to him in his first T1 race. Oh, didn't you make your debut last season, Giles? I'm sure I saw you in last season. Wasn't it towards the last couple of rounds? Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I honestly thought you debuted last season. So maybe Giles making a debut this evening. So come on, everyone give it up for Giles. He's going to put on a show, I'm sure. I can't see what cars everyone else is in because they're actually in the pits at the moment. It's you'd think I'd be able to recognise. Oh, so he was in Tier 2 before. So yeah, Giles has been promoted from Tier 2. He's now in Tier 1 with the alien lot. So yeah, qualifying, I do believe will start very shortly. And this is it. I think this is the lobby reset. I think this is qualifying conditions now. And then we'll get into the 15-minute sprint. Welcome along, viewers. We've got 5 people on the stream at the moment. Hello, everyone. I hope we've all had a good Christmas and New Year and are prepared for Season 12, Round 1 of the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers. We're going to go on board with BX. He's the first person out of the pits. He seems to be able to get out of the pits before everyone else, doesn't he? He's in the Supra this season, the GR Supra, that is. What can he do in that car? He was in that, what was it? It was the Peugeot, wasn't it? The Peugeot VGT last season, which was absolutely rapid along the straights. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. He gave a lot of people problems around Spa, I do remember that much. Oh, bit of a moment there. He collected a bit of the grass. Trying to take the wide line into that turn, into the tunnel. But he will be surely the first person to finish his first flying lap. In fact, as he's coming around to finish his out lap, we'll go down through the pack. So we have BX Royal. This season, he's in the Toyota GR Supra. We've got Giles there making his Tier 1 debut. He's come up from Tier 2. He's in the Mazda RX Vision. The Angry Wasp. We got Owen there in the Genesis X. That is a cracking livery as well, isn't it? I think it's a Haas, yeah. Repping Haas. Alex says good luck all. Alex, are you not racing this season, bud? We got Uchi Bruma, or Uchiha Bruma. I'm just going to call him Bruma. We got Bruma there in the Lexus. I think it's the Lexus RCF, isn't it? Wesley, obviously his teammate in the second of the two Lexus, or Lexi, however you want to call it. Viking Dog is there. He's in a GTR. Thomas says, good luck, lads. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. Welcome along. Iggy this season in the Alfa Romeo 4C. So I think I have been hearing whispers that the Alfa Romeo 4C is a little bit of a secret weapon. So we'll have to see how it pans out for Iggy this season. He's the current reigning champion. We had Viking Dog the season before. Capel is in the second of the two RX Visions. They're in 8th at the moment. Obviously they haven't put in a flying lap yet. They'll all be finishing their first flying lap shortly. I think BX is going to come through to finish his before anyone else. Arkan is there in the 650S. We got Philip in a Porsche. Salaman, he's also in a Porsche. I think that's Philip's teammate. We have McKenna in the second GTR. CMP is there in the GR Supra, so he must be Iggy's teammate this season. Sonic is in that Peugeot RCZ. And then BX down in... Oh, what happened to BX? He was out before everyone else, but he's now down at the back of the pack. He's got half a second penalty. I don't think he's actually got a time on the board yet. So Iggy currently the fastest guy on track at the moment. I did say I thought that a 4C. I'd been hearing whispers that it was a bit of a understated car. But we know how rapid Iggy is as well, and he's actually putting a purple sector there again, so he may be able to improve on that time as yet. He's currently got a 1 minute 25.958. Owen only 300ths behind him, with a 125.994. We have CMP just a 10th off of Owen with a 126.099.
Everything becomes a weapon, even the VW hot tub.
Sick individuals just said in Iggy's hand everything becomes a weapon. I'm inclined to agree with you, mate. He is the Time Lord, isn't he? He's very fast. He seems to bend the time-space continuum and come out ahead of everyone else. I think he opens up warp holes maybe, or like a portal. Have you ever played Portal? Perhaps he fires the gun, creates a portal, and then he's just ahead of everyone. Definitely seemed that way last season, didn't it? Oh, somebody's into the wall there. I'm not sure who that was. I think it may have been... was it McKenna? It looked like McKenna going into the wall there. So Philip is going to come up, and is he going to improve on his lap time? He's currently got a 126.330, and he doesn't improve. And Viking Dog's pipped that pole away from Iggy at the moment with a 125.7. A whole 2/10 faster. But we all know what a powerhouse that GTR is as well, and we also know how fast Viking Dog is. He's also a force to be reckoned with. All of the guys, don't count off any of the guys in Tier 1 though, they are all very, very fast in their own rights. So after 5.5 minutes of qualifying, we have Viking Dog currently on provisional pole. We got Iggy in second place. We got Owen currently in third place. Owen, come on, lad. That'd be a great start for Owen if he manages to start in third. So maybe that Genesis, a bit of a weapon as well. Owen has been quite solid though all throughout the last 2 seasons, hasn't he? Salaman is currently in 4th place. CMP is currently in 5th. Sonic King He's currently down in 6th, so Sonic King looking a little bit off the pace at the moment. We've seen Sonic King be very rapid as well. Hopefully he'll keep it clean this season. He definitely cleaned it up last season, didn't he? He was a little bit pushy towards the start of the season, but yeah, he definitely cleared it up a lot, so kudos there, Slick. Hopefully we won't have too many incidents this season. Capel is currently sat in 8th place. We got Wesley currently sat in 9th. I think Wesley also another debut this evening, as well as Arkan. Khan is currently sat in 10th. And then Giles currently sat in 11th place, and it is I can tell you it is very, very close in this grid at the moment. There's not a lot separating these guys. Bruma currently 12th. Can he improve? We'll have to wait and find out. BX is definitely off the pace at the moment. He's down in 13th place. His fastest lap currently at 126.973. He did have a 126.3, but it doesn't look like he's counted it for some reason. Maybe that was an outlap. And McKenna currently down in 14th. So we are slowly approaching the end of qualifying. So Viking Dog is still currently fastest guy on the track for 125.731. Sonic King's crept up there though. He's only 900ths off the back of Viking Dog with a 125.8. So he's found his pace. He has found his pace. I think maybe he was going for 2 out laps. Perhaps getting them tyres up to their optimum temperature window so he's got the optimum grip around the track. And it's definitely paid dividends, hasn't it? He's currently up to 2nd place at the moment with Philip sat in 3rd. We have Salonen currently sat in 4th place. Iggy down to 5th place. Now look how close that grid is though. So we've got 300 separating Sonic King. Oh, it's Sonic King! He manages to snag that provisional pole! 125.698. Is he going to stay on pole though? What can everyone else do? Can Iggy manage to sneak it away from him? Can Viking Dog manage to sneak it away from him? I'm not too sure. Viking Dog's going to be picking up the slipstream at the moment of Bruma. Hopefully he's not going to get held up too much though. Not sure if he's actually even on a lap at the moment. So BX has managed to improve. He's up to 4th place currently. That puts Iggy down to 6th now. So Viking Dog will he improve as he comes across the line? And he doesn't. He actually doesn't improve there. So Sonic King still on provisional pole at the moment with a 125.6. 300ths faster than Viking Dog. He has got a 125.7 was his fastest. Philip 1/10 off the back of Viking Dog with a 125.8. BX is up there as well. Oh, he's 9,000ths off of Philip with a 125.893. There's not a lot in that at all. In fact, there's just, yeah, this grid is ridiculously close. I think the race is definitely going to be a good one, isn't it? Look at that. Look, absolutely, like, there's like a second or two between the whole grid. That is insane. Insanely close field. For this round 12, season 12, round 1. Obviously kicking off at Deep Forest, Viking Dog. This is going to be his final lap now. He's picking up that slipstream again.
Looks like the free T1 for Sonic.
Yeah, you never know. Sick Individuals just said RCZ as a rocket launch. Looks like a free T1 for Sonic, so he may end up taking that 1st place in the 1st race. But it is a reverse grid as well, isn't it? So he will be if he does win the 1st race, he'll be starting right at the back for the feature. We'll have to see how this pans out. So after the final lap, we've got Sonic King still on pole. Viking Dog in second place. Philip is in third. We got BX there in fourth. Iggy fifth. Salonen sixth. Owen seventh. CMP eighth. Capel ninth. Wesley 10th. Brumer 11th. Khan 12th. Giles in 13th. We got McKenna in 14th. And I think that's it. I think that's going to be your grid for the first race, for the sprint. And I think this guy who's sat in the garage at the moment is going to be leading the field from the start-finish into turn 1. And if Sick Individual's right and that RCZ has got a fantastic start, he may be able to break away from the pack through the first couple of corners, which will set him right for the rest of the race. But he has got some very, very fast guys to contend with, as I say. Philip also very fast in third place in the Porsche. Then we have BX in the GR Supra in fourth. Iggy in the 4C in fifth. Salonen in the 911 in sixth. So the top 5, interestingly, all different manufacturers. So that just goes to show how close the BOP is now, the balance of power. So we are just waiting for the race to start. The first sprint race of the season. Season 12, round 1. Oh, what's going on? All right, we need to get on to the grid. So here we go. Waiting for the lights to go out. No lights currently. Here we go.
Not in the top 3. That's a shocker.
And they're off. Capillero GT says, Iggy, not in the top 3, that's a shocker. Yeah, that is a shocker, but we've seen how fast he can come back through the field. He's already up to 5th place. He's managed to take a position already. So Sonic King has managed to lead the pack into turn 1. And Viking Dog is hot on his heels though, isn't he? 3/10 is the gap at the moment. Back to Viking Dog in that GTR. In fact, them guys actually start to break away from Philip, who's 6/10 currently behind. He's going to have to close that gap up, isn't he? He's got a massive train forming behind him at the moment. So we'll come back to the... Ooh, Viking Dog getting very close at the moment. Will he be able to go for a move against Sonic King coming through this next sector? We'll stay on board for just a minute and then we'll go and have a look down through the rest of the field. So Viking Dog in the Blitz Nismo GTR looking to try and put Sonic under some pressure. In fact, Sonic looking like he's starting to try and extend. Oh, he got it up to 4/10, but it's coming back down again. As I say, the GTR, quite a powerhouse. Evening, RDO. Welcome along, mate. I hope you had a good Christmas and a good New Year. So Viking Dog right up to 1/10 now. He's right on the back of... Oh, he was right onto the back of Sonic. He's lost that advantage, though. He's dropping off slightly now. I think he was... I think he had to properly anchor up then. I think he was thinking he was going to go into the back of Sonic King. Yeah, I had a good one, mate, to be fair. Well, other than the COVID, I did have COVID over Christmas and New Year, so that wasn't great. But yeah, we had a nice, quiet Christmas, to be fair, me and the missus. So can't complain. But we are back now with the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers, Season 12, Round 1. Sonic King is still in first place. We've got Viking Dog there in second place. Iggy now going for a move on BX, is it? Has he managed to get it done? He is. He's ahead. So Iggy now up to 4th place. I believe Philip made his debut last season. He was teammates with Iggy towards the end of the season. I think that's right. Yeah, I'm sure that's right, RDO. If you have a look, I'm sure he was teamed with Iggy towards the end of the season in the BMW. Now onto the back of Viking, though, is Philip. Sonic King with a whole second's worth of penalty. How did Sonic King do that? He's going to lose that race lead. Viking Dog now all over the back of him. Sonic King is going to have to slow down soon. He's going to ghost. He's moved off the racing line. These guys are going to go through. I think Philip's got through as well. Yes, he has. So Philip now up to second place. He's having a look against Viking Dog as well. And he's almost alongside as they come through. Yeah, he did do the final 2 races last season. Thank you, Sick Individual. I thought he made his debut last season. So these two now, Philip and Viking Dog, side by side as they come up to the start finish straight. Philip's going to be hugging that inside as they come into turn one. BX he's dropped down to 6th place now. Iggy up to 4th. And Philip hugging that inside line. Is he going to be able to take that race lead? He has momentarily, but Viking Dog is still there. He's managed to come back on the outside. What a move there from Viking Dog. He just kept his boot in, didn't he? He's having none of it. But I do think tyre wear, not going to be so much of an issue, is it, in the sprint race, but it may become a factor towards the end, maybe the last couple of laps. Perhaps these guys at the front are going to be struggling for grip somewhat. They have got a bit of a gap now against the rest of the field. We'll have to have a rundown quickly. 3 minutes in now, nearly 4 minutes in, so Viking Dog still in first place. Philip. Oh, nice. These two liveries up top are elite, apparently. So Philip and Viking Dog with the elite liveries. Sonic King has dropped to almost a second behind Philip now. As Philip's starting to put the pressure again on Viking Dog. We'll check back in with them two guys. Hopefully we won't miss an overtake. Owen is there in 4th place. BX is now back up to 5th. Iggy dropped to 6th. So Iggy was up to 4th, wasn't he? Iggy must have had a moment somewhere. He's in that 4C. Salonen. Oh, look at the train here. These guys still so close to each other in this sprint race. What an absolute testament to the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers, man. Absolutely cracking. Oh, okay, so Iggy actually picked up a half a second penalty somewhere. Capel is there in 8th place. CMP 9th. We got McKenna in 10th. Broomer down to 11th. Wesley is there in 12th. Giles is 13th. And Khan all the way down in 14th. So Viking Dog has now managed to get a bit of breathing space against Philip. Philip is going to be getting attacked by Sonic King anytime soon. He's managed to get back up into that slipstream range of Sonic King. Philip's going to have to start going defensive, isn't he? He's going to be still picking up the slipstream of Viking up ahead. But I don't know if it's going to help him too much. Sonic King looked like he was going to have a look up the inside, then he's not quite close enough this time around. He's going to have to wait another lap. 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes into this sprint race now. Viking Dog. Yeah, the RS01 wasn't a great car, was it, Thomas? I agree with you there. Although Viking Dog, he managed to make it work, didn't he? I think Viking Dog was the only one that managed to make it work, though, as you say. Capel, I think it was yeah, really struggling. So Viking Dog started to extend that gap now. 6 tenths, 7 tenths is the gap to Philip, who's got Viking Dog, who's got Sonic King hot on his heels in 3rd place. Sonic King looking to try and get the move done. Closing right up under braking. The RCZ boys did have a decent season last season, didn't they? So I do believe the BRZ banned for this season. It was absolutely great on tyre wear. On tyre wear. And yeah, still Philip still doing really well to stay ahead of Sonic King at the moment. Sonic King unable to get that pass done. I thought he was going to come into the hairpin, but it wasn't to be. Philip coming off that inside though into turn 1. He's had to do that. Sonic King was close enough to be able to go for a move. Would he be able to get it done around the outside? Oh, and he nearly has. There was a tiny bit of contact there. I think Philip tried to give him as much room as he could. There was no contact there. Sonic King went onto the grass slightly. That was a great defensive move, wasn't it? And Sonic King has picked up half a second's worth of penalty, so that is going to null his offence against Philip. Philip's got a bit of breathing space now, 5 tenths. So Sonic King maybe is going to lose that position to Owen, who is currently in 5th place, but he's being chased down by BX Royal, Iggy and Salonen. He's going to be able to make that Genesis as wide as he possibly can, as BX is now defending heavily against Iggy. Oh, Iggy trying to look for a way past BX. He goes left, he goes right, and he's finally gone down the inside, has he? He's managed to get a 2 for 1. He's managed to get Owen as well. Iggy now up to 4th place. That was a cracking move there from Iggy. Oh my days. I didn't think he was going to get 2. I thought he may have got BX, but I didn't think he was going to get Owen as well. We got a bug off there, a buy one, get one free. Now on to the back of Sonic King. Sonic King, after serving that penalty, he's going to have to go the long way round, isn't he? He's alongside. He's going to get it done round the outside. Sonic King on the inside. They're side by side through turn 1. And Sonic King does manage to keep that position for the meantime. Owen, no. Owen's now starting to come back against Iggy. What can Owen do? Come on. Iggy's managed to keep it for a minute. The BX is there as well. This is really starting to heat up now, this sprint race. Oh my days. Owen with a slight twitch there. I think BX almost running into the back of him. He's also got Salonen to contend with as well. And Capel is nearly breaking into the window there as well. He's nearly in the frame. He wants some of the action too. Meanwhile, Viking Dog and Philip, they have broken away from the rest of the pack, haven't they? The fight is definitely between 3rd and 7th currently. Look at that little train there. They're still in a massive train. Not very many visible gaps at the moment through the field. Does it look like Sonic King maybe suffering a bit with tyre wear? In fact, everybody, I think, suffering a bit with tyre wear. Philip as well, them front tyres. His fronts are definitely a lot worse for wear than Sonic's are. They're definitely looking a bit second-hand now. Iggy 4 tenths off the back of Sonic King. He looked like he was going to go for a move around the outside into turn 1. Not quite managing to get it done. He's actually got the fastest lap at the moment, so he's the fastest guy on track for 125.525. If he'd have managed to do that in qualifying, I think he'd have been up there towards the front of the field, which may have seen him in a better stead for this sprint race, but I don't think he's going to worry about it too much. He's got the feature to come. Meanwhile, Owen's still holding on to that 5th place. He's in the Haas liveried Genesis. Is that a tribute to Gunther? That was some shocking news, wasn't it? The departure of Gunther Steiner. I think everyone's going to sorely miss him. Iggy is trying to work on that podium sick. I'm pretty sure he's capable of doing it. He's got 4 minutes to do so. BX currently in 6th place. He's now 1.2 seconds off the back of Owen. I don't know if he's picked up another penalty somewhere. Capel in the background there with a penalty. Will Capel lose that position to CMP? Not too sure. Salonen there in 7th place. Salonen, I think, making his debut this evening. Capel managing to hold on to the 8th place at the moment, but is CMP going to get out the inside here? Not quite that time. He's also bringing Broomer along for the ride. So CMP now 5 tenths off the back of Capel. He's got Broomer breathing down his neck though. He's right up in his gearbox at the moment. He's going to be looking for that inside line into turn 1, isn't he? In that RCZ. Or the Lexus RCF. Lexus RCF, isn't it? CMP actually cleverly covered off that inside late doors, making Broomer go the long way round. I think Broomer's managed to get it done. He's going to have the inside for this next one. Oh, that's brave driving there from CMP. He's managed to hold on to that 9th place. Broomer's going to have to settle for 10th at the moment. Wesley is there in 11th place. The second of the 2 RCFs. With Giles hot on his heels in that Mazda RX Vision. McKenna now 14 seconds off the back of Giles. I don't know what happened to Ben. And Khan as well. Khan is 1.5 seconds off the back of McKenna. So them guys have dropped off the back of the field. Maybe there was an instant between them two. But now Viking Dog still race leader. He's now got a 1.9 second lead over the rest of the field. He will surely be looking to take the win if he doesn't have any moments. Now the battle is between Philip and Sonic King. Philip weaving to try and break that toe as he comes down to turn 1 for the 10th time. Sonic King all up in his gearbox. He's looking to try and take that position away from him. He's currently on the podium, but he wants that second place, doesn't he? You can see he's hungry for it. Philip's tyres definitely worse for wear though. Sonic almost pushing them along through the first sector. He was trying to look for a cheeky move there, wasn't he? Philip cleverly covering him off, not allowing him the space to get up alongside him. Oh, and he's actually... Oh my days, Sonic, what are you doing? Sonic with a whole 1.5 second. That's a whole second and a half's worth of penalty. That's going to drop him down at least to 6th place, isn't it? Surely. So Iggy, he's not going to have to fight for that position. He's going to get through easily. Iggy is now up onto the podium. There you go, individual. I told you he'd do it, didn't I? So, yeah, Sonic now dropping down to 5th place. Owen has gone through, back up to 4th. 1.1 second the gap between him and Iggy, although, it looked like it had come down quite rapidly, but it's jumped back up again. So, yeah, 1.2 seconds the gap between him and Iggy. We're coming into the final stages of this sprint race. Sonic, I think he's going to have to settle for 5th place. Salonen, he's some way off of Sonic now, 1.4 seconds to be precise. BX down to 7th place. Now looking like he may lose that position to Capel. Capel going to have to go the long way round though. BX covered off the inside early doors. Can he get it done? Oh, Capel has! What a move from Capel, up to 7th place. I must mention, me and Capel, we had an absolutely cracking battle around Catalonia. Absolutely cracking driving in the F1 Sunday night series. And that was some... What? Who was that? Not sure who that was. Oh, Sonic King. It was Sonic King. He's dropped down to 11th. So we have got the remainder of this lap. Everyone managing to get through for the final lap. So Viking Dog still currently 1st place. Philip is in 2nd. Iggy 3rd place. Owen 4th. Salonen up to 5th. Capel up to 6th place now. BX is there in 7th. CMP is 8th. Bruma is in 9th. We've got Giles in 10th. Sonic King down to 11th. Wesley is 12th. McKenna 13th. And Khan in 14th. So we'll go on board with a race leader as he comes up to the final turn. Well done, Viking Dog. What an absolutely cracking start to the season. He's going to bring home the win in this first race, the sprint race. Well done, mate. Oh, and it's a photo finish between Iggy and Philip. Oh, Iggy managing to take 2nd place right at the end there away from Philip. Philip drops to 3rd. That's unlucky, Philip. That was an absolutely cracking run there at the end from Iggy. So Viking 1st, Iggy 2nd, Philip 3rd, Owen 4th, Salonen 5th, Capel 6th, BX is 7th. We've got CMP 8th, Bruma is 9th, Giles in 10th, Sonic King 11th, Wesley finishing 12th, McKenna, he's going to come home in 13th place. And Khan 14th, so he will be starting from pole in the feature race. Well, that was race 1, guys. That was the sprint race, and what an absolutely cracking race that was. That was, yeah, definitely a turnout for the books. Well done, Iggy, for managing to take that 2nd place right at the end there. That was a photo finish between Iggy. Cracking finish for them too. They were actually teammates, weren't they, last season? Philip making his debut in the last 2 rounds. Yeah, what a cracker that was. You saw it here first. So I think we'll have a quick couple of minute break, I guess. And then the feature race will start. Wow indeed, RDO. What a race that was. Hopefully the feature will be just as good. That wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But yeah, definitely There was a lot of suspense, wasn't there, in that race? I don't know why that was suspense on the soundboard there. That was a bit of a rubbish clip, or whatever. So yeah, waiting for the feature race to start now. Obviously a 40-minute feature, 40-minute endurance in the feature. Owen's just out, maybe trying to get a feel for the mediums. I'll have a quick look. He is in fact on the mediums, so yeah, maybe trying to get a feel for the mediums. I think Viking's out on the mediums as well, so a few different strategies it looks like maybe this evening. We've got a couple of guys, well, a few guys on softs, a few guys on mediums. Looks like Owen mediums, Viking mediums, Capel softs, CMP mediums, Bruma mediums, BX Royal softs, Sonic King softs, Khan softs, Giles softs, Phillips softs, Salonen softs, Iggy softs, Wesley softs and McKenna softs. So we'll have to see how this race pans out. Maybe the guys haven't actually changed onto their selected compound just yet. Perhaps they'll do it now. Obviously the room is being reset now. And the race will start very shortly. And we'll have to take note at the start of the race what compound everybody is on. And what a cracking start to the season for Viking Dog. Looking to try and take the crown back away from Iggy, I feel. But who knows, we are only in round one. And that was unlucky there for Philip, getting pipped to the post to that second place. He still managed to finish on the podium, but losing out on that second place to Iggy, that's got to be heartbreaking. But then maybe he's not too salty about it, because obviously, as I say, they were teammates last season, so maybe he felt like he wanted to give Iggy that second place, not too sure. So in fact, it does look like everybody has changed onto the mediums now. So I thought we were going to see some different strategies in this feature, but it does look like everybody going for the mediums in the first stint. Interestingly.
They already laughed about the finish.
They already laughed about the finish, individual says. Bruma says, do we have time for a pee? I think you've got time for a pee, Bruma. I'm sure the guys will allow that. Yeah, oh, maybe it will be a boring medium soft RDO. I'm not too sure, mate. It looked like there was going to be some different strategies, but yeah, that was a cracking finish for second place. Oh my days. Capolero. Where's Capolero this evening? Are you not racing this evening, Capolero? Are you still in Tier 1? Cap? Maybe Cap's working this evening, perhaps. Not too sure. So yeah, everybody trying to get a feel for the mediums. I think it is going to be a medium soft, as RDO said. It's a shame not to see some different strategies. We did see some different strategies last season. Some of them not quite paying off for some people, but sometimes you've got to try some different things. Think outside the box. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I've actually been trying to run alternate strategies myself in the Sunday F1 Tier 3 Championship. I had to miss Singapore though, due to my wheel is starting to fail. I've actually got a new servo on order though, which should be here with me by Thursday, so I should be back for the next round. But yeah, as I said before, me and Capel, oh my god, we had a cracking race at Catalonia in the F1. He was just absolutely rapid along the straights, nothing I could do about it. But then I was fighting back through the corners, and we swapped positions quite a few times. It was great, really good race, really fun. Definitely after the shenanigans of the previous week, where I managed to come. Where did I come? I think I finished like 3rd or 4th, and then ended up getting dropped down the field because I didn't actually even realise. But made contact with, I think it was Naked Champ, who ended up going into the barrier after, I think it was Joker. Joker made contact with me into turn 1, went to go and give the position back, unaware that Naked was bearing down on us, and he had to try and take evasive action rather than just slam the brakes on. He went off the track, and as I came around Joker to take the race in line, Champ was there, and yeah, I didn't see him, and he just went into the wall. And that was his race over, so I ended up with a penalty and, dropped a few positions. But that was that, and I think now we're going to get back to Tier 1, and this is a reverse grid, rolling start. The first feature race of Season 12. With the Tier 1 drivers, we got Khan, going to be leading the field down to Turn 1 this time round. What can he do from first place? Maybe he can hold on to it, you never know. Perhaps he just got a little bit unlucky in the sprint race. I think him and Ben maybe having a bit of a coming together, I'm not too sure. But they both finished some way behind the rest of the field, didn't they? So. And Khan is covering off the inside early doors. He's got McKenna. McKenna has moved up a place, has he? Or did he start in second? I thought Wesley was second. So McKenna may be making up a place now. We've got 14 people along. I think that's a record. Welcome along, everyone. If you don't know me by now, I am It's Vex Man, your boy Vexed, and I'll be taking you through the proceedings for this evening with the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers. DB? Who's DB? RDO says, go on, DB. So Khan is still currently your race leader. We got McKenna 5/10 off the back of him. We've got Sonic King. Sonic King's there in 3rd place. He's managed to make up a few positions. Oh, so DB is Khan. Ah, wicked. Thank you, guys. So DB is Khan. Khan is still race leader at the moment. He has been here since Season 1. Okay, so he is a veteran. Reese Dennis says, go on, Giles. Oh, who's that going for a move? Someone went for a move there. I think it was Wesley going for a move against Sonic King. Didn't quite pay off though. He's actually picked up a half a second penalty for his efforts. Sonic King 3rd place currently. The reverse grid has worked in his favour. Maybe he'll be able to turn this into a win. Currently on the podium, well, there's a lot of shenanigans going on in the background. Brumer is there in 5th place, but he's got BX bearing down on him now. BX is going to try and get along with him. Free wide into turn 1. On with days. Capel, go on, son. Capel up to 5th place now. CMP is alongside Brumer. Brumer's dropping down the field. What is going on? Oh my god. Oh, it's getting very congested now. I'm not too sure where he's dropped Reese. Khan still in 1st place currently. So we have got Khan still in 1st place. We've got McKenna there in 2nd place. Sonic King up to 3rd. Now he's trying to take that 2nd place away from McKenna. We've got Wesley in 4th place. We've got Capel up to 5th. CMP is there in 6th. We got Brumer now down to 7th place. BX Royal looking to try and take that 7th place away from him though. He's currently in 8th. We got Salonen. Salonen is there in 9th. Someone says go Haza. Finkaz. Welcome along, Finkaz. So Salonen currently in 9th place with Iggy behind him in 10th. Iggy looking for that move now as BX is actually going for the move now against Brumer, is he? He's going to have a look up the inside. I think there was contact between two of the cars. There's a few people off. No way, no, Capel. What happened? There's been a massive shuffling through the field there. So McKenna is up to 1st place now. He's the race leader. We got Sonic King there in 2nd. Wesley trying to take that 2nd place away. He's in 3rd place. BX is up to 4th. CMP, look at these cars now. Oh, this is going to end in tears, isn't it? Surely. You cannot go 4 wide into turn 1, guys. It doesn't work. 4 into 1 does not fit. But they are still 3 wide. And somebody's into the barrier. I told you it wouldn't work. Nobody ever listens to the Vex, man. I digress. So BX is up to 4th place. CMP is there in 5th. We've got Iggy now in 6th place. Salonen is... Philip looking to try and take that position away though. I think it's actually the 2 Porsche teammates, so hopefully not going to be fighting too aggressively with each other. Hopefully there's some team orders on the go. But Philip, he did finish on the podium, didn't he, in the first race, so maybe Salonen will move over to let him take that position. I'm not too sure. I think maybe they're going to be trying to work together at the moment to try and get away from the rest of the field. Philip all over the rear bumper of his teammate now, and in fact, yeah. So Salonen has gone out wide, so I think maybe he will let Philip take that position. And it does look like he has, doesn't it? It looked like he did let him take the position, didn't fight too hard, but he is going to lose that position to Viking Dog, isn't he? Surely. Not quite that time round. Viking Dog now in 9th place, who is under pressure from Bruma, who's in 10th. Sonic King and Wesley having a battle up at the front at the moment as well, so we will go back with that front field battle in just a second. As Viking Dog still defending against Bruma. Is Bruma going to go the long way round? I don't think he's going to get it done there. No, not quite. And in fact, Viking Dog looking like, yeah, he's crept right up into the back of Salonen now. Maybe able to take that 8th place away from Salonen. So Bruma's there in 10th place. We got Owen. Yeah, Sonic does need to take the advantage, but he's gone. He was in 3rd place. BX has got past him. We need to have a look at that RDO. We'll have a look in just a second. So Giles is there in 12th. We got Capel in 13th and Khan down in 14th now. Khan, oh, that's heartbreaking, man. You were doing so well for the first couple of laps. I'm not sure what happened. We'll have to, I don't know, if somebody's got the replay, I'm sure they'll have a look and they'll find out what happened. I'm sure we'll see the whatever it was pop up in the chat at some point. Sexy green car for Giles. Yeah, no, I know, that's heartbreaking, Nadia, isn't it? Meanwhile, B McKenna, sorry. McKenna is still holding on to that 1st place, but Wesley's up his inside now, is he? And he is. He's managed to get that position done. He didn't have to work for it too much. I think McKenna was trying to fight back, but just didn't have the traction out of that turn, out of the hairpin. Sonic King now managing to find his way back past BX. So he's back up to 3rd place. He dropped to 4th, but they're side by side again. And they're almost 4 wide again into turn 1. What are you guys doing? You guys are trying to make me lose my voice again, in ya? This happened last season. These guys, they were just, oh, what's going on? Oh my God. What we saw is an absolutely cracking race in the sprint race, and it's turning out to be a cracker here again in this feature race, but it's very congested coming through this first sector, through the windy S's, under the bridge. Wesley now race leader. McKenna down to 2nd place. We got Sonic King still holding on to that 3rd place for dear life. He has got BX to contend with though. BX has looked rapid, hasn't he, in that Supra. Where's Iggy? And Iggy's there as well. Iggy not far behind now, in 5th place. In fact, the top 6 only separated by about 1.5 seconds. Absolutely ridiculous. On lap 5 as well. Nearly 7 minutes in. BX actually with a fastest lap currently for 1:26.719. And who's that alongside? Oh, the Sonic King looking to try and take that 2nd place away from McKenna, and he's managed to do it. He's up to 2nd place. Can he manage to take the race lead? We'll have to wait and see. McKenna, he's having to defend ferociously.
Top predictions for the season were Viking, then Vicky, then BX, then Sonic, then Wesley.
Okay, so RDO's just said, oh God, it's gone now. He just told me the predictions for the season, but the message has disappeared now. I will get you all of the information though for the next round, I promise you guys. RDO was helping me out as well last season. He was giving me a lot of tidbits of information. Iggy as well, giving me, oh, who was that? I don't know who that was. Someone looking like they made contact with the barrier there. Sonic King now taking the race lead. He's looking to try and break away from the pack now. He's almost a second up the road already. How long will them tyres last for him though? I'm not too sure. So Wesley down to 2nd now with B McKenna not far behind him. And it looked like BX has picked up a penalty. BX Royal with a 1.5 second penalty. What is that for? So he is going to drop down the field as well. We're going to have to see how far he drops that. Iggy with a 2 second penalty. What's going on? So yeah, BX has dropped to 9th and Iggy dropping all the way down to 12th, I think it was. Which, well, we've still got Sonic, Wesley and McKenna in 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Then CMP up to 4th now. Viking Dog, the winner of the sprint race, is now up to 5th, so he's come all the way from the back up to 5th place by lap 6, so absolutely rapid at the moment is Viking Dog. He's got Philip there as well. Philip was looking to try and have a look up the inside, but Viking Dog moving over to defend it, and look at that move there! Philip, round the outside! He did manage to make it stick, but that was an absolutely brave move there from Philip. I didn't think he was going to go for it, but he did. What a cracking race this one's turned out to be as well. Oh my days. So Philip putting that Porsche through its paces. The 911 GT3 is a bit of a force to be reckoned with, isn't it? Bruma in the RCF, the Lexus, he's there in 7th place. The second Porsche of Salonen is there in 8th. We got BX now down to 9th. He had that penalty, didn't we? So let's hope he doesn't get another one. Owen is there in 10th place. He's in the Haas Rich Energied, Haas Liveried Genesis. Giles is up to 11th place. Somebody in the back, Capel in the background looking for that move against Diggy. He's managed to get it. Oh, no, where's it gone? Where's he gone? That's not where the track goes, Capel. Come on, man. He's managed to rejoin the track, but that didn't pay off for him at all. I think he must have locked his wheels up there or something. I'm not too sure. So Iggy, oh, it's heartbreak for Iggy, man. He had the whole 2 seconds of penalty. That's dropped him all the way down to 12th place. Khan now under pressure from Capel. He's squeezing him into the barrier. Not giving him any room there at all. Capel's going to have to try and go around the outside again. He's going to manage to get it done. He got it done before, didn't he? Not quite that time round. So he's going to have to stay in 14th for the meantime. I'm sure he will manage to get that pace again. And yeah, I think you're right, individual. I think Iggy will definitely recover from that. But yeah, I mean, he's up to 11th already, so he's already made a place up, but that's heartbreaking. Sonic, however, 2.5 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. I think the only thing that's going to hamper his efforts at the moment is going to be that tyre wear, isn't it? He's actually currently the fastest guy on track with a 1:26.347. 2.7 seconds ahead of Wesley, who's in 2nd place. Being chased down by McKenna in 3rd. There's only 4 attempts between these two cars. GTR versus Lexus. And as we look back, we see Viking Dog, who is McKenna's teammate in the second of the 2 Lexuses, or Lexi. Uchi Bruma, he's up to 5th. He's got Philip there in 6th. Philip only 1/10 behind him. He's looking for the move up into turn 1. He's going to be later on the brakes, is he? He's going to make it stick. And Uchi Bruma with the switchback there. So Philip was later on the brakes, but that made him go a little bit deeper through turn 1. That allowed Bruma back through up into 5th place. So Philip, he's going to have to try and take that position again. Meanwhile, CMP is there in 7th place. BX is up to 8th now. He's managed to take that position away from Salonen. Salonen dropping to 9th. Owen not far behind in 10th. Followed by Giles, who's in 11th. And Owen now looking to take that position away from Salonen. What can he do? He's been quite rapid, hasn't he? I think he finished 5th or 6th, didn't he, in that first sprint race in the Genesis, so... But what a cracking race this feature's turned out to be as well. Absolutely fantastic sprint race into a absolutely cracking feature. And he's going for that move now into the hairpin. Owen goes up the inside. He has managed to get that move done. He's got it to stick. He's up to 9th place now. Salonen down to 10th. He's under pressure now from Giles, who's in 11th. Less than a couple of attempts separating these three cars now. As they come up to start lap 10. I imagine they'll be heading to the pits around the 20-minute mark. Or maybe they go for a bit, I think they'll go for a bit longer, wouldn't they? Probably 25 minutes maybe, 25 to 30 minutes. Or will they do 2020? We'll have to wait and see, won't we? We saw some sort of puff of smoke there, but it doesn't seem like there was a yellow flag, so I don't think anyone's off track. So Salonen now down to 10th. We got Giles there in 11th place in that Mazda RX Vision. The Angry Wasp. Capel back up to 12th place now. Khan is there for... Wait, what? What's happened to Iggy? Iggy all the way down in 14th now. It's looking like maybe Iggy is struggling with tyre wear. Not only did he get that 2 seconds worth of penalty, but I think he is definitely struggling with tyres possibly now as well. It just looks like he's lost pace in that car. What is going on? 2.3 seconds behind the rest of the field. Sonic King now 4.6 seconds the gap. 126.338 is his fastest lap currently. He's going to improve on that. And he doesn't. That last lap was a 129.2. But he has got a cracking lead over the rest of the field at the moment. So Sonic King, 5.4 seconds is the gap now between him and the rest of the field. Be interesting to see when he comes into the pits. Will he be able to stretch that gap to get that magical pit window so he can get a free pit stop? I'm not too sure. I can't even quite remember how long the pit is around it. I think it's around 30 seconds, isn't it? 26 to 30 seconds, I believe. So Wesley still holding on to that second place for dear life at the moment. McKenna has been unable to find his way past. Viking Dog still not able to creep up into the slipstream range of his teammate up ahead. 1.5 seconds the gap. He has managed to extend that gap somewhat. Still unable to find his way past. He's going to go for that move into turn one again. He has slung up the... Where's he gone? He's gone deep again. So Philip, he keeps going for that, trying to go later on the brakes, but it's costing him. Still side by side though through this windy sector. Oh no, he's off into the barrier. Come on, Philip. I don't think Bruma could have given you any more room there, if I'm honest. And it looks like Philip may be starting to struggle a little bit with tyre wear as that Porsche is starting to slide through the corners. ...17 minutes in now. So BX now up to 7th place. He's gone from 9th to 7th. He managed to get past CMP now. CMP has dropped to 8th. We got Owen there in 9th place. Salonen is 10th. Giles 11th. He's made up a couple of positions now. He's up to 12th. So Capel and Khan, the first two people into the pits. They're out on the fresh set of softs. Obviously filling the car up again as well. So they're going for the undercut. Viking Dog is now in. We saw somebody else go in, so Sonic King looking to extend his stint. He's got a 6.8 second lead over the rest of the field at the moment. We saw a little puff of dust there as he got a little bit greedy on one of the apexes. Not picking up a penalty though, so actually driving really well at the moment. 7.4 seconds, so he's managed to, in those last couple of corners, he's actually managed to stretch his gap by a second. So looking absolutely rapid at the moment is Sonic King. That reverse grid definitely worked in his favour, didn't it? And he's managed to not get any penalties as well here in this feature race so far, which I think has paid dividends. Wesley.
Smash that like button for that great racing action.
And yeah, if everyone's watching, if you can smash that like bucket, smash that like button, as Sick Individual says. Give the Aero League racers a subscribe, and maybe even come and check my channel out, Leon Scott Gaming and Motors. Obviously, I do all the comms for the Carbon Collective Motorsport as well, which is another group we've got on the go. So Sonic King, 10.9 seconds is the gap now, as everybody else has started going into the pits. He will surely come into the pit after this lap, won't he? He is trying to create that window though, isn't he? I'm sure. Philip has now found his way past McKenna. These two have been fighting lap after lap. He's finally managed to get that move to stick. So McKenna now down to third. Look like he's suffering from a little bit more tyre wear at the moment from Philip. These guys, the top three, are still yet to pit though. In fact, I think Salonen is still yet to... So all the top four are still yet to pit. Everybody else has already pitted, so maybe they're going to be able to get the undercut. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out. I reckon Sonic will probably be going in this lap, will he? Or does he think he can get another lap out of that tank? He's definitely got enough meat on them tyres, hasn't he, to get it done. Absolutely dominant display at the moment from Sonic King. And he stayed out, so extending his stint for another lap. 11.6 seconds to lead now. Jesus, wet. So yeah, the other three from the top four now into the pits: Philip, McKenna and Salonen, which is going to promote Viking Dog up to second place, surely. Viking Dog currently in 5th place. And you can see on the graphic there, oh no, yeah, they have started just putting fuel in them cars now, but Viking Dog is going to move through to 2nd place. Has he got an absolutely strategical masterclass on the go at the moment? Will he be able to undercut Sonic King? Sonic King 33.1 seconds up the road. I think he's done just enough to get in the pits, get a free pit stop and get out again. So, as much of a strategical master that Viking is, I think this might play into Sonic's hand, you know. I think he's done just enough to get in and out of the pits without losing that position. He will surely be going in now. We're just going to check on board quickly with Sonic King, because I'm curious. Yeah, that is starting to flash, and he is into the pit. So Viking Dog, what can Viking Dog do? He's just set the fastest lap for 1:26.091. Is he going to be able to take the race lead? If he doesn't take the race lead, I think he's going to come out a couple of attempts behind Sonic. So it could be a battle to the end of this race for 1st place, which would be an absolutely cracking sight, wouldn't it? Excuse me. And in fact, how long is that pit? No, he's come out ahead. He has come out ahead. He's 2 seconds ahead, 2.5 seconds. That is coming down rapidly though, isn't it? Viking Dog, can Viking Dog see him up ahead? He can see him. Come on, Viking. What can Sonic do? Oh, it's going to get exciting now, isn't it? He's definitely starting to reel him in, I feel. 1.2 seconds gap, 1.1 seconds gap. Is it going to come sub 1 second? Come on, Viking. RIP headphone users, I am about to start getting really excited now. .1 seconds is the gap between Viking Dog and Sonic King. There's a 6.7 second gap between him and Viking Dog and Wesley. Viking Dog is now creeping up into that slipstream range. What can he do? He has closed right up in that braking zone. Although it looks like Sonic King maybe getting the better exit. Come on, Viking Dog. I mean, I want to cheer you both on. I mean, Sonic King is doing really well at the moment, but look at Viking Dog. He is definitely starting to creep up onto the back of him, isn't he? He's closing that gap. He's not going to be close enough this time round to go for a move into turn one. But he may be able to close up through the remainder of this lap and maybe size it up at the start of next lap. 7/10 is the gap now between Sonic King and Viking Dog. And we've had an early retirement from CMP. Or maybe it was a disconnect. Hopefully it was a disconnect. So we are just going to stay on board for the meantime with Viking Dog as he is chasing Sonic King. He is managing to break that gap, isn't he? Definitely firmly in the slipstream range at the moment. I said, didn't I? I thought he was going to try and attack for the remainder of the next lap. Maybe get the turn done, or maybe get the move done into the hairpin. I don't think he's going to be quite close enough this time round again. I think he's going to have to wait for the next lap. But 6/10 is the gap now. Who's going to get a better exit this time round? CMP was in the top 8, so it looks like a DC, says Sick Individual. So yeah, maybe it was a disconnect. We have seen the lobbies have been very unstable recently. So I think this battle is going to continue. Oh, as he sets the fastest lap again. Viking Dog for 1:26.029. Definitely got some pace in that GTR, hasn't he? Sonic King doing really well to keep that gap consistent though. We're going to have to check in with the rest of the field, aren't we? 25 minutes in now. So Sonic King is still the race leader with Viking Dog hot on his heels in second place. We got Wesley there in third place. 7.5 seconds is the gap between him and Viking Dog, but he's got a healthy gap between him and McKenna. 2.1 seconds is the gap, so nice bit of breathing space there for Wesley. Can he finish on the podium? We'll have to wait and see. McKenna holding on to that fourth place. He's got Broomer not far behind him and BX Royal in sixth place. As we look back, we've got Iggy in seventh. So Iggy, after dropping all the way to the back of the field, he's now up to 7th place again. On an absolute stormer of a recovery drive at the moment is Iggy. Salonen 4/10 behind him. So it's looking like Iggy not actually having a teammate this season. I don't see any other 4Cs on the track. But there we go, we've got Salonen in 8th place, followed by his teammate there, Philip, in 9th. We got Owen currently sat in 10th with Capel in 11th. Giles is 12th and Khan in 13th. So back with the race leader. Sonic King still doing really well to hold on to that race lead at the moment. 5/10 is now the gap. 4/10. Viking Dog doing all he can to eat into that lead. He's going to be looking to try and take the win, isn't he? Try and take the win away from Sonic King. Make it 2 out of 2. Is he going to be able to do it though? We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Still with the fastest lap as well for Viking Dog with a 1:25.890. And he's actually gone 2/10 quicker again. That'll be the advantage of that slipstream. And it's 1/10. He's going to be looking the long way round into the hairpin. Sonic King's covering off the inside line. Viking Dog unable to find a way past there. Will he be able to get it done into turn 1? Surely that's where we're going to see the move. He should. Well, we have seen a few moves. A few people go the long way round, around the outside into turn 1, haven't we? Sonic King hugging that inside line at the moment. Oh, no way. So yeah, CMP, Craig, he actually got signed out. He got DC'd. That's unlucky, brother. I'm sure you'll be back strong as ever next week. But this battle for first place is really starting to heat up now. Viking Dog right up in Sonic King's gearbox at the moment. I think it's only going to be a matter of time, isn't it, before he either manages to take that position or he forces Sonic King into an error. We saw he made a few errors, didn't he, in the sprint, picking up a few penalties, and that cost him. It may have cost him the podium, in fact. But Viking Dog, hot on the heels of Sonic King now. Oh, he had a look up the inside into the hairpin. Sonic King covered it off. Good defensive driving. That put Viking Dog a little bit on the back foot through the exit there of the hairpin, but still well within striking distance. As they come down to turn 1 for the 21st time. 29 minutes in now. Change left. Absolute masterclass of driving from these two at the front here. 9 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Sonic King just doing everything he can. He's just putting the car in the right position every time to not allow Viking Dog to get that move done. I do think though, if Viking Dog does get past, it's going to be very, very hard for Sonic King to be able to retake that lead because how wide that GTR is. In fact, I think the RCZ and the GTR are kind of on par. Caballero GT says Vikings fronts aren't looking so good, and in fact, no, look at the tyre wear between them two. I think Sonic King has definitely got a superior tyre wear car again this season, or perhaps he's just a genius at conserving them tyres. He's managed to stretch that gap now to 5 tenths. It was down in the 4 tenth realm, wasn't it? As it looks like the weather's starting to descend now around Deep Forest. Are we going to see some moisture on track? There's definitely some mist down there, isn't it? We'll have to see if we can see some umbrellas starting to go up in the stands. Can't see any at the moment. Doesn't look like the marshal's got their wet weather gear on. So Viking Dog is still trying to chase down Sonic King. Who's that we saw dropping down the field? I think, yeah, we got a few moves being made behind. So Wesley in a bit of no man's land at the moment. Still he's 9.5 seconds off of Viking Dog. Only 2 seconds, just under, separating him and Iggy, as Iggy actually glances off the barrier there. Iggy definitely looks like he's suffering with tyre wear as well, doesn't he? So is this going to become a wet race? Are the guys going to have to pit for wets? I'm not too sure. Definitely very, very misty out there. We're obviously in the mountainous region of Switzerland, so I guess the weather is going to be very changeable. So Philip currently sat in 5th place. He's 3.4 seconds off the back of Iggy. We got Bruma still in 6th.
Has no rain option.
Deep Forest has no rain. Oh, okay, so we're not going to get no rain. Sick individuals, just let me know. I should have known myself anyway. I've played GT for long enough. Oh, as Salonen manages to get that move done into the hairpin. That was a great move there from Salonen. Sorry individual, but yeah, sick individuals just reminded me that there's no weather around here, around Deep Forest, no rain option, so it will just be misty for the duration. So Bruma now down to 7th place, but has he managed to go around the outside? He's managed to get that move done around the outside, has he? Is Salonen going to hold on to it though? No, Salonen retakes that position. Still coming in 6th for the meantime. They are still side by side though. That looked like he was going to get very close there for a minute. But great respect given between them two drivers. Owen currently in 8th place. He's being challenged now by Capel though, who is in 9th. who has got BX Royal hot on his heels as well in 10th. There he is, BX in 10th place, trying to get that 9th position away from Capel, but not managing to do so far. McKenna now down to 11th place. We got Giles there in 12th, and Khan all the way down in 13th. Having a bit of a shocker in this first round is Khan. Meanwhile, Sonic King, he's done just enough, hasn't he? I think Viking Dog suffering with a tyre wear. He's dropped to 1.4 seconds behind Sonic King now, so it's going to be one apiece for these two guys. Viking Dog managing to take the win in the sprint race. It's looking like Sonic King might have done just enough to take the win here in the feature. But yeah, looking at that tyre wear of Viking Dog, he's definitely suffering a bit, isn't he? That GTR very heavy on the fronts. In fact, it seems to be very heavy on the right-hand side. Wesley still holding on to that 3rd place. Iggy, however, is now in that slipstream range. He had a bit of breathing space, didn't he, did Wesley? I think he was hoping for a podium finish, but it may be slipping through his fingers at the moment. Let's just go on board with Iggy for just a second. Oh, Iggy's going to be fighting with a tyre wear as well, though. Look at Iggy's tyres. So we're on board with Iggy McIggerson, the Time Lord, current Tier 1 champion. Looking to try and get a podium again. Oh no, DB's left. I think he's had enough. I think he's just going to retire the car and write this first round off. Or maybe he had a DC as well. As I say, the lobbies are very unstable in GT7 at the moment. We've had to cancel a few races ourselves in the Carbon Collective due to... And here it comes, he's going to get that move done, he's going up the inside, Iggy! Oh my days, Wesley's holding it around the outside. But no, Iggy's managed to get it done. He managed to get the move, and he got it to stick, but Wesley, hot on his heels, he's not letting him get away. And keeping that gap consistent at the moment, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 2 tenths. What can Iggy do? Can Iggy manage to hold on to that podium? I think Wesley, he was going to try and finish, wasn't he, on the podium, but it is slipping through his fingers at the moment. Iggy's trying to extend that gap to half a second. It is up to half a second almost. Looking to break out of that slipstream range. Will we see Wesley maybe go for a move into the hairpin? He should be just close enough. Maybe he can be later on the brakes. He does close it right up through the break-in. But Iggy just getting the better exit. So Wesley, he may see that podium slip through his fingers, but still finishing in 4th place wouldn't be a bad shout. There's some decent points for the first round. He's got a nice bit of breathing space as well to Philip, who's behind him in 5th place. 3.5 seconds up the road is Philip. Or down the road, should I say. With Salonen, his teammate in the second of the 2 Porsches, hot on his heels. 5 tenths is the gap between them two, the 2 Porsches. We have got Bruma 2.6 seconds behind Salonen, who has now got Capel all up in his gearbox. Capel's looked strong all evening in that Mazda RX Vision, hasn't he? And he seems to be closing that gap through the braking zone, so maybe just a little bit better on the brakes as the RX Vision than that Lexus. Again, a very wide car, very hard car to get past. So Bruma is going to cover off the inside. He's going to make Capel go the long way round into the hairpin. But no, that was a dummy. Capel's managed to fake a dummy, and he's got up the inside. There was a tiny bit, oh, tiny bit of contact there. But he's managed to get it to stick. It was looking like Bruma was going to lose the rear for a minute, but Bruma's managed to hold it. He's now got BX pushing him along though. Pushing him along the start-finish straight. I'm going to have to go on board with BX just for a second. Oh my god, look at that! As he snaps out into the inside, he will surely take that position, but no, Bruma, he's holding it around the outside. Is he going to be able to keep that position? He does. So that was a brave move there from BX. It didn't quite pay off for him, but he had to have a look, didn't he? So we got 2 minutes and change left, no, 1 minute and change left of this race. And Owen has started to creep up onto the back of BX now, so BX, he's going to be attacking Bruma, but also having to go defensive against Owen. The gap between him and Owen is definitely smaller than it is between him and Bruma. I think BX may be suffering with time wear there as well, if you look at the graphic, and he's definitely got the low fuel warning just pop up as well. So BX currently 9th place with Owen there in 10th. McKenna is 11th, Giles is 12th. Giles looking like he's starting to pressure McKenna now. Will he be able to go for a move down into the hairpin? McKenna is covering off the inside early doors. Giles is going to have to go the long way round. McKenna may be slightly out of position, but he's still got the inside line. And there's a switch back there from Giles. Go on, Giles. That was absolutely textbook there from Giles. He's still alongside. McKenna is still alongside, but Giles will surely take that position. And he does. Are they going to get across the line? And so they finish in 11th and 12th. Giles takes 11th. McKenna takes 12th. The rest of the guys managing to get a final lap in. But this guy here, Sonic King, he did just enough, didn't he? He managed to extend his first stint, managed to get that magical pit window, came out ahead of second place. He was actually 2 seconds ahead, wasn't he? Viking Dog managed to bring that gap all the way down, but in the end it was just too much for his tyres. The GTR suffering with adverse tyre wear. Sonic King, we've seen how good he was with the tyres and the BRZ. Well, the BRZ was an absolute animal on tyre wear anyway. But Sonic King, obviously, he's very good at tyre conservation as well. Sonic King is the green piece of tyres. And there we go, he takes the win. That was a nice win there for Sonic King. Viking Dog, he's going to bring home second place. He got to win in the first race though, so he's not going to be too unhappy with that. And Iggy's going to manage to get on the podium again, so that's a third place there for Iggy. We've got Wesley 4th, Philip 5th, Salonen 6th. Capel and Bruma, sorry, having a drag race to the end there. Capel manages to come home in 7th place. Bruma is 8th. BX finishing in 9th. Owen's out of fuel, no Owen! Oh, Owen, that's absolutely heartbreaking for Owen, but he hasn't got to worry about Giles and who else was it? McKenna, wasn't it? Giles and McKenna, 11th and 12th. What a cracking race that was, and what a cracking opening to the season. That was an absolutely stupendous round. Both the sprint and the feature, absolutely ridiculous. That was definitely a testament to the Aero League racing. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I certainly have. That was a very exciting round 1, season 12. So I will be back next week with the tier 1 drivers again. I hope you will join me again. We had some cracking numbers this evening. And yeah, thank you for coming along. I've been your boy Vexed. Good night.